Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here, welcome back to Paranormasight, the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream. Akaze, congratulations on being first. Sai, it's good to see you. Abyssal Frost King, welcome in. Hope you guys are all doing well today. This is our second stream of playing Paranormasight, although if you're watching this on YouTube, this will be the beginning of the fourth video. So this is my first time actually seeing the title screen, because last time we just started from the beginning and we didn't have a chance to go to the title screen, so I kind of like this. The fisheye view of the background of the streets is kind of cool. Hey Leon, welcome in. So last time, actually I'll just go into the flow chart to show you. So last time we finished all of Shogo's initial route, and then we started Harue's, but we reached a roadblock over here where we were not able to proceed, so now we have to go do the other stories. So I guess I'll do them in order. We'll start with Tetsuo today. I like his sidekick here anyways, so that'll be fun. And I don't know much about Yako yet. We've discovered the least about her so far, so I'm excited. I think we'll probably need another stream after this one to finish up the game, and I think that should be good enough for timing at least. Hey Rain, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for calling, Kirby. Okay, so let's do Tetsuo, the senior police investigator. Oh, here, it summarizes it. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division, is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with his subordinate, Jun Eryo. Oh, thanks for the hood redeem as well. Oh, and happy Lunar New Year, everyone. I know some of you have already entered the new year, depending on your time zone. 11 p.m., former Yasuda Gardens. Hey boss, forensics is all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Angora, welcome to the stream. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is. You're thinking of Ace Attorney there. Somehow I doubt it'd be that simple. He's also thinking of Ace Attorney. Oh, but you know, I heard that high school girls are really into the spirit board thing these days. What's it called? A Luigi board, Ouija board, Wega board, Ouija board, Luigi board. Supposedly you can call in spirits to talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You could try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're gonna solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Oh, sounds like you know all about it. You gotta be open-minded. What if that's how police work is gonna be from now on? Don't make me laugh. Listen up, Ario. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this. I'll get them. I promise you that. Well, you got the right attitude, but we don't even know if there's a murder yet. Bias is weak in our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Now? It's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. Come on, we gotta go over all the info we gathered. Also, the player just started this route, so we have to dump all the files on them. What better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere? Soak up the atmosphere? The hell's there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here, cripes. Fine, let's get this over with. Aye, boss. ACB, welcome in. Okay, let's see what our files are. Okay, we don't have any new files. These are all just locations from last time that I'm not going to look at right now. Oh, okay. Their profiles haven't been updated just yet. I got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yakuami Ichome were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. This is where the victim was found. It's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. Once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. This pond, they say it used to flow into the Sumida River, but the river became so polluted they cut it off. So these are the same gardens where Shogo got, like, accosted by Haruhi last time. Jun Iryo, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division. His rank is Sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. So, early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there were no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. Here, I'll let you see his face. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums it up. But, boss. Yeah? Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but... It's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they got their reasons. Boss, you know something, don't you? It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much. Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that. If you picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau, 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles and education. His rank was Senior Police Officer. You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like? Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a little brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or for worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this would happen, but... It's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much he had the most unfinished paperwork, too. I always felt we need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Don't worry. You're plenty unusual yourself. Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. Besides, a real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago. There was one even weirder than you? I mean, he's probably talking about Richter. Hajime Yoshimi, Community Safety Officer. Hajime was a police officer with the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau and was primarily responsible for juvenile and education cases. He held the rank of Head Patrol Officer and entered the force at the same time as Jun Ario. Hajime was found dead under mysterious circumstances at the former Yasuda Gardens early in the morning yesterday. Once a rebellious gang member himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experiences to connect with troubled youth as a police officer. While his appearance and demeanor suggested a man who was rough around the edges, he was a passionate, loyal, and caring man at heart, looked up to as a big brother by his peers. Jun just said they saw him as a little brother. Yoshimi achieved stellar results in his work with juvenile cases, but his consistently sloppy paperwork and less than formal attitude essentially doomed his career and had him writing formal apologies on the regular. He left behind a fiancée whom he had been dating since high school. I thought you said he was single. I mean, I guess he's not married, but he was engaged. Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. He said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field. You say that like it's a sure thing that I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends how this investigation goes. I can already see it. Ario, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait. You can't wait for your own death. Get it together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something. Thank you? Oh, I don't know. That sounds like a death flag to me. Please, please, Jun, please survive. What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from Hitasenju in Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. That's a bias too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Oh, one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school, over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there's been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. The fact they didn't tell us her name is... she's gonna come up again. Hey boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh great, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. Uh-huh. His first was a suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamizawa last week. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. So she'd been troubled for some time. That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there's nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. That is possible he could have prevented her suicide then. He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation. I see, and you're thinking it may have something to do with his death. We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right, let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow too. See, I'm kind of glad then that we did Harue's beginning of her story before doing this one, otherwise the mini plot twist of realizing that Shiraishi was already dead would not have hit. God, there's so many different things to talk about in The Victim. I just want to move on to the next topic already. I know this is the first, chapter for him, so it's exposition heavy. What was the other case he was working? This one is also related to a Komagata High School student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. Why does she have the same hair as Jonuichi from the pack? She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months and she was finally starting to open up. Then he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. Right, just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out again without someone to help her get through this. We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But... we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. Yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Sounds like you have a lot of things to do tomorrow. Ariel, I really hope you live to see it. Though who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her. That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them if they need convincing. Yeah, I'm sure they'd prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss. Watch it, I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me at least. Oh, I thought I was. I like the, little pouty lips that he does every once in a while. You were? Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed. It's probably just me, actually. Well, don't think you can get away with that with other people. So anyways, boss. We're even listening. We got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the 2 Komagata High School cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Cause of death, acute heart failure, cause unknown. Oh, I should be looking at all these. I haven't been really looking at all these. I just assume they put the newest articles at the top, but I think that's not true. I hate how hard it is to grab the scroll bar with the controller for some reason. Oh, I forgot. You gotta scroll opposite too. You gotta scroll down to make it go up, which is odd. Oh, And I pressed the wrong spot. Wait, if I click here, does it just scroll up for me? It doesn't? Okay. It doesn't want to scroll up. I think that's like really my only complaint about this game, because it's like, it's clearly made for like mouse and keyboard, right? But I'm playing the Switch version, which like, so I mean, I have to use the controller, and they have not optimized it for controller. It's like, they just made the controller into a mouse, but then they didn't take into account how well the controller actually moves. Maybe I should just, you know what I'll do is I'll read all these just to clear them out of my queue. We can come back and read some of these later. What I don't like is like, see here on the right side of the screen, I can use my right stick to move this scroll bar. But like, there's no button to move this one. I have to drag it, and it's very sensitive. Be in the right place at the right time in Honjo, and you might be able to find all 20 of the mockingbirds scattered around. Legend has it collecting all of them will bring good luck. Oh, there's clues about these. Approach the net. A bottom shelf surrounded by darkness. Jackpot. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm probably not going to get all these. It's cool that they have a collectible. Does that clear my updates? Okay, yeah. Okay, good. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy's done. From what we've seen, though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no record of chronic illness and no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of a park like that certainly seems suspicious. We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We got people trying to identify those prints. If we could find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets. So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have had to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago, outside the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday. 11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? Someone called him here. He came here to hide something. Let's start with someone called him here. It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And since it seems like someone else was here with him, would they have called him here? Oh, that does seem likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret. And then they got into a fight? No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something. Do you think it was, meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him? Well, there's still the possibility it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him. Right. We're almost done the talk topics. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the First Division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place.
Yeah, about that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but...
Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, is like a dream come true.
Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it?
What is it?
If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect.
Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, when you run your mouth like that.
It's getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon.
Yeah, I get it.
Ario is just so bubbly. I love him. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today.
Oh, really? Funny, I've been wowed by you too.
On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss?
Hell's wrong with you, prying into my personal life all of a sudden?
It's just I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single?
Shut it, that's none of your business.
Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though.
How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago.
Huh? So then...
God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up a guy like you.
House never home much. Too focused on work. I come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all.
How sad, especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first?
It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ariel.
You say that, but there's not much I could do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it, not unless they're involved with police work themselves, or related to someone who is. Oh wait, you have a daughter, boss?
You really think I would talk about her after all that? Have some sense.
Come on, I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but... How old is she?
Jeez, you don't want to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges, but I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college.
Do you think she might be the lady that was with the glasses guy? She was in college, or looked to be in college. Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady.
Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that?
She's living on her own though, huh? You must be worried about her.
Worry? I don't even know where she lives.
Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere.
I would not. I don't think.
Well, come now. We both know that's not true.
Listen here.
You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side.
What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this.
Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been around the Nejima murder.
You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding.
You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested.
All that was just... cracking the case, finding the guy, it was all just happenstance. I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy?
It did. We were all terrified.
Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we overlooked one little thing, we may have never caught him at all.
I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end.
That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have stuck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but there was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victims' classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it.
I'm sorry. See, again, I'm kind of glad now that we did Tetsuo's story after starting Harue's, because this is all stuff we already knew, but I feel like it was better revealed during hers as like a surprise piece of information. Now we're just kind of going over it. So all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss?
What are you talking about?
This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about.
No, not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere.
Oh, you have? That's surprising.
Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job.
I don't think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow. The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe...
Cut it out. Nothing good can come off of getting involved with that rite or whatever, that record of fates.
Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult?
Stop that. Seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it?
Well, boss, I think that about does it.
Right, let's call it for tonight. And I'll see you tomorrow. Oh god, what is that?
Huh? Boss, what's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile.
Damn it, it was that case all along.
Boss, what is it? Is there something over there?
Ugh. Such deep sorrow, resentful memories seeping into my mind.
Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies. Kill them all. You've acquired the power of the Curse Stone, the Evergreen Beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Press the use curse button when someone lies to you. That's a pretty powerful skill. I thought Shogo's was really powerful. This one's also pretty powerful. Kills by hanging one who tries to mislead the curse bearer with false statements. He deceived us with the so-called Rite of Resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark art swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jinkichi, was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting netsuge clasps. When his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crime. But dead men tell no tales, and the people thought of him as a bad man even in death. He hung there for days till his neck stretched horrifically, a visage of pain still etched upon his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars where the rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, and neither did the man's body hanging from it, as the mansion's owner was not at home. Another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persisted nonetheless.
Ugh. Murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar.
Now, kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right, kill them. Boss! Boss! Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile.
Sorry. I'm fine. Ariel.
Yes?
I have some bad news.
Oh no, your senility is kicking in, isn't it?
No, we got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight.
Huh? What are you talking about? Okay, things will pick up from here. 12 a.m. Former Yasuda Gardens. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. Okay, good. I'm glad they skipped over all the explanations in the interlude so we don't have to read it again. The rite of resurrection really exists? And to use it, you have to kill people using the power of curses from the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the Evergreen Beach that's told in this area. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptake.
You weren't using your usual silly stuff when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth.
I'm never silly.
The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're taking this occult stuff seriously now. I mean, talk about paranormal. I thought you didn't believe in any of that.
It's not that I don't believe in it. My familiarity with it is why I've tried not to get too close.
Are you just being a sore loser? Not used to admitting you were wrong?
Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please, just listen.
Hey Ditsuno, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. You don't have to keep saying it, I'm listening.
We don't have time to waste. We'll talk as we walk.
Hey, wait for me, boss! Some funky music. Okay, good, we're already on the move. Ryogoku Bridge. Sorry, I just want to double check one thing. You're telling the truth, right? This isn't a side effect of your senility?
It's the truth. Not that I can prove it, though.
This is a very awkward examine screen. It's so close.
Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, even to a fellow cop. But this is an emergency. I need his help. I'll tell him.
Ooh. Oh, I can't look further this way.
He's not stupid, but he sure can be slow sometimes. Though I think that positivity of his may come in handy at some point. I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. No sharing it with anyone.
Right, you can trust me not to. But no, I just can't believe it. I've heard rumors you used to be a member of the secret division attached to the Security Bureau. I can't believe we actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs.
Yeah, I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the higher-ups were messing with me. Really had me worried for a while there.
No, this is incredible. That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff. I thought you said the whole reason was because of Tetsuo.
You serious?
But thinking about it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we need a special department to protect citizens from them.
You seem to be a bit too eager to believe all this. And hang on, I thought you joined up because of me.
Come on, boss. Do you only have one favorite food? You could like more than one thing.
Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist, so Paranormal Affairs operates in secret. Still not sure why they stuck me there. Those 4 years, I worked nothing but cases involving the supernatural.
Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, Security Division, Special Security Unit, Paranormal Affairs Bureau, is more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs. Only a handful of people know of its existence, even within the police force. As the name suggests, it specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of paranormal phenomena is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in the utmost secrecy. Currently, there are only 5 members, including the chief. The Bureau has a network of psychic contacts across the country who assist with their cases, including Mio Kurosuzu. Wait, that's Yako's friend. So Mio is not the same person as Shiraishi then, like I might have thought they were nicknames. The Bureau undertakes investigations into any suspicious stories that cross their desk, though the vast majority turn out to be hoaxes. Due to the sheer volume of cases, close-lipped, experienced detectives without paranormal abilities of their own, such as Tetsuo Tsutsumi, are sometimes assigned to investigate. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a man named Kiro Nagagoshi. He was born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations, and has served as Mio Kurosuzu's mentor since discovering her. Kiro is an elusive figure. Very few have met him in person, and he is rarely seen in the office. It is said that this is because he has often been the target of curses. However, some theorize that it is in fact because Kiro is not actually of flesh and blood at all. His seat in the office is usually occupied by a Nui, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The Nui resembles an ordinary white thrush and acts as Kiro's messenger, leading to bizarre scenes of police officers earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Hey Hikari, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Jun Ario, detective. This fresh-faced police detective that Shogo Okie met at Midoricho Park. Jun is a young detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division with the rank of sergeant. Jun encountered a curse echo while investigating the mysterious death of his colleague Hajime Yoshimi in the former Yasuda Gardens with Tetsuo Tsutsumi. When Tetsuo explained to him the supernatural is real, he accepted this fact without a moment's hesitation and vowed to help his partner solve the case. Born to a relatively well-off household, Jun developed a healthy sense of self-esteem and optimistic outlook on life. Although watching action movies and detective series as a child instilled in him a desire to help those in need, it was the sight of Tetsuo Tsutsumi, who was in charge of investigating a case Jun was involved in as a student, that truly inspired him to become a police officer. While Jun still maintains a strong respect for Tetsuo, he also gets much enjoyment out of making casual cracks to get a rise out of the veteran officer. As an adult, Jun continues to hold on to that faint hope the world is as he pictured in his youth, a thrilling place in which superhuman heroes do battle against secret evil organizations. He attended the police academy with Richter Kai, who is now a private investigator. The two initially became friendly when Jun found Richter holed up alone in the reference room, scouring over old crime data, and invited him to go bowling, a popular pastime during this era. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, Chief Inspector, Curse Echo, the Evergreen Beach. The gruff police detective that Shogo Okie met at Midoricho Park. Tetsuo is a veteran detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division. He was possessed by the Evergreen Beach Curse Echo while investigating the former Yasuda Gardens. Previously a member of the Secret Paranormal Affairs Bureau within the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division, he makes use of this experience to investigate the ongoing large-scale curse incident with his partner, Jun Ario. Rather than sitting behind a desk, Chief Inspector Tsutsumi always worked in the field as he moved his way up the police force. Behind his stern face lies a compassionate man, ever prepared to help his fellow officers. That same attentiveness to his work and colleagues, however, cost Tetsuo's marriage several years ago. Tetsuo has a penchant for candy and desserts, which he tries but fails to conceal from other officers at the risk of appearing soft. He delights in buying local sweets wherever he is sent to investigate a case, and would often volunteer to be dispatched to distant locations to acquire them while he was with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. He's also surprisingly knowledgeable about current trends, a trait he puts down to investigation-related research, which is actually spurred by his wish to have something to discuss with his daughter. So, do you have it?
Have what?
Spirit sense, of course. Are you what they call spiritually gifted?
Nope, I've never felt anything at all. Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. 1 beer and I'm down for the count.
Oh, huh. Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like how much liquor they can handle?
No, that's just me. Thought I'd help get the point across.
Oh, huh.
Sorry, seems like I keep disappointing you.
No, it's not your fault, boss.
At the risk of disappointing you yet again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you're born with. It's tough to develop it later on.
What? So there's no hope for me? No, say it ain't so.
Of course you were interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. You know, there's a high schooler who's got so much spirit sense that she works on the front lines. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of her training.
Yikes, that seems like it'd be in violation of Article 69 of the Labor Standards Act.
Wow, you really know the law. No comment.
Even the occult field has workers' rights issues, huh? Some things never change. So what do we do now? We got this rite of resurrection and the curse echoes of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo.
The curses being spread out around the city is a bit of an emergency.
Is that bad?
I'll put it this way, it's like handing out guns all over town.
Jeez, that's real bad.
It is. So we need to find the source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that'd be a job for paranormal affairs, but I talked to them on our way here. The main team is tied up till tomorrow night. So they told me to deal with it myself. Said it'd be fine since I have some experience.
Huh? What? Then that overtime you mentioned means...
Yep, you're gonna help me, partner.
Alright, let's do this.
You seem a bit too eager to dive into all this. You really have no reservations working a case you know nothing about?
You said this was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss.
You really are something. It might actually be nice having you around.
But thank you. So what exactly do we do?
If these curses are connected to the Seven Mysteries, then the people of the others should be all here in town.
Right. There's 7 of them, that means there are 6 more out there.
We have to stop them before they all kill anyone with their curses. If we can, we should find and collect all the curse stones.
But boss, from what you said earlier, killing a curse bearer gets you closer to completing the rite of resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they find out you're a curse bearer?
Pretty much.
We can't let that happen. Should you even be out here right now?
Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mystery of the one-sided reed is associated with Ryogoku Bridge. I was hoping we'd be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's curse bearer. No such luck, it seems. Well, if nothing else, maybe word will spread that the cops are on the lookout and people will behave.
That's putting a lot of trust in whoever these other people are.
But it's possible the other curse bearers with the same idea will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious.
That means someone who may have the power of a curse. Understood. In that case, why don't I ask that guy who's been watching us the whole time?
What do you know? There is someone there. Good luck.
Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I got some questions. I'm with the police. I think that's, Mr. Glasses, so I should preemptively lower the voice volume. Again, it's so funny that this voice volume thing, the only purpose for it is just for this mechanic, and it doesn't actually affect voices because there's no voice acting. Now you can't get me. Did I see the trailer for the new Dot Hack game? Yeah, Dot Hack 0. It's kind of cool that they're coming back and making a new game. I think, depending on how it looks, I think I'll probably play it when it comes out. I don't know if we'll have time to, like, go and play some older Dot Hack games before it comes out. I kind of want to play through, like, Dot Hack, the GU games, because I have all the HD remasters, but it's 4 games. I'm not sure if we'll have time. We'll see. And they're also old games, right? Which means that they might not be as fun to play through. So, I guess we'll see. Thanks for your cooperation. We'll be asking you a few things, Mr. Yutaro Namigaki. That's your name, correct? Yes, I don't mind answering your questions. You're a detective. Did something happen? Oh right, lots of things have been happening around here. Like, people dying.
If this were a normal case, I'd be fine letting him take the reins. Curses are involved here. I should take over. So, what to make of this guy?
Seems like that girl's not around. I feel like that girl might be his daughter, but I'm not sure. Boss, let's talk to this guy.
So, what is it you were doing here?
Ah, it must be the incident at the former Yasuda Gardens. The dead policeman. Can't imagine a detective would come all the way out here otherwise.
Huh?
Say, Mr. Detective, have you ever heard of the Evergreen Beach?
One of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo, right? Why do you ask?
I was just looking for it. Actually, I was wondering if either of you knew anything about it.
Nope, sorry.
Really? How strange. Detectives, you have the curse stone of the Evergreen Beach, don't you? You! How'd you know? Ariel, don't give us away.
Ariel, you idiot!
Well, that was pretty much easier than expected. Oh crap, sorry. It was simple inference. I figured you would have taken the curse if you're just in the gardens.
If you know that, then you must be a curse bearer yourself.
I have no intentions of hiding anything. I plan to tell you from the start. Look. This is my curse stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion.
That's right, but are you sure about this?
I'm not so rash I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer. Not without talking to them first. You're the same, aren't you, detectives? You wouldn't use a curse on a normal person. Let's speak as equals, shall we? Oh, see, I'm gonna do the thing where I'm not going to use any curses. I'm not gonna press ZL at all. And judging from how we've been playing so far, the game will activate it regardless, but it won't be on my hands. It'll be on the character's hands. And I want to see how that plays out. Unless, this might be a choice. We'll see. He's already saying let's speak as equals, which means he's lying, which means that we're not equals, which means that he probably has like some deaths on his hand already or something. And Become, welcome to the stream, thanks for the stretch. And Willie, hello, hello, thank you so much for following and being a froggy friend. Welcome in. Okay, I'm not gonna kill him. Let's see if he actually dies. Boss?
Sure, we'd rather resolve this amicably too.
I mean, he can't hurt me. I know that. Tetsuo doesn't know that. And also, I might not be killing him with my curse, but the fact that my curse stone tells me when someone's lying, that's a good lie detector, man. That's really useful as a detective.
He really is a curse bearer. He may only be talking with us to try and activate his curse. I'll have to be wary of anything he wants me to do. I could tackle him and pin him to the ground, but that might have something to do with his curse. Any slip of the tongue could get us killed. I have to try to discern what activates his curse. So what do I do?
Well, you're a curse bearer. Please be careful. Fortunately, I don't think he knows which one of us is a curse bearer yet. Should I say that louder so he can hear us? Good thing he doesn't know that you are the one with the curse stone and not me. If we play things right, we should be okay. Ario, I really don't want you to die.
The man identifies himself as Yutaro Yamagaki, 21-year-old college student. He was watching us so calmly. We need to be careful with this guy. But before we talk, there's something I should tell you. This is my curse stone. The Evergreen Beach, just like you thought.
Wait, why are you showing your hand? Why are you showing your hand now? What are you playing with, Tetsuo? What? Boss, why would you tell him?
As for how the curse works...
Boss, are you having another senior moment? If you tell him that...
It hangs to death anyone who would try to mislead me.
Ugh.
So if you try to lie to me, the curse stone will let me know. I don't have to use it to tell. Understand?
Whoa, really? That's super useful. I see. Understood. That's a pretty useful power for a detective. Wait, I just realized I turned down the voice volume, so that will protect me. Namagaki doesn't know that, and that does not protect Ario. So even if he whips out his curse, Tetsuo might not die, but Ario might.
Now then, let's talk.
Damn, it seems I've lost the upper hand. You know, Tetsuo's curse ability is basically just a better version of Apollo Justice's ability, isn't it? No point for petty tricks then. I'll be honest with you. So he's already lying again. So, but that's weird, because you can't lie about something you haven't done. Like he says, I'll be honest with you. I guess that means that he intends not to be honest, but he hasn't lied yet, so it shouldn't be activating now. It should be activating on his next statement. Unless it's the no point for petty tricks then statement is the lie, which means that he's already got a trick in play. See, this is like maybe not as useful as I thought. But I'm not gonna kill anyone. This is pacifist run.
So far, so good.
What do you mean so far so good? You just knew that he... Well, I guess you don't want to play your hand and tell him that you knew. I don't know what Tetsuo's play is here. There's someone I want to bring back, so I'd like your assistance in collecting soul dregs. Again, he said 2 statements here, so I don't know which one's the lie. It could be both of them, but...
Can't help you.
Please, all you have to do is tell me who the other curse bearers are. Everything he says is a lie. Maybe he's just testing me.
Sorry, but as a police officer, I can't just look the other way and let you go.
Please, if you help me, I'll let you 2 go as well.
Is that a threat?
No. It's your final warning. Why is this the lie? Why he said no, it's not a threat. That was a lie. Then he's saying it's your final warning, but this is also a lie, so it's not our final warning? I'm confused. Everything he's saying is a lie. Oh no, he's gonna kill Ario. Ugh. My curse, the foot-washing mansion. Did you really think you could escape it just by being careful? It doesn't matter to me which of you was the curse bearer. I'll be taking both of your soul dregs anyway. No, he's gonna kill Ario! Wait, Namagaki! The foot-washing mansion is a powerful curse, and so simple to activate. It is ready whenever I need it. There's no escape from the voice of my feet. Wait, that's a lie. Wait, should I kill him before he kills me? Because, I mean... I'm immune to it, I think, still. But I don't want Ario to die, but I'm trying to do a pacifist run. I mean, I don't feel bad about getting rid of this guy compared to, like, you know, some of the more innocent victims, but he's about to kill Ario. And I don't know if the menu protection extends to Ario too. Should I kill him? You know what? I kinda wanna show him who's boss. Boom. Uno reverse card.
Ario, get out of here, hurry, I'll find you later.
What? Oh, okay. Too late. Hear the voice of my curse echo.
The voice of his curse echo.
Huh? What? Why isn't my curse echo working? Impossible. This has never happened. I like seeing this guy getting surprised every time it doesn't work. I guess Ario got away in time? Maybe I shouldn't have activated my curse.
What's happening? I don't hear anything. Ariel, now grab him.
Right, oh, okay, so Ariel is protected. And I activated my curse, but he didn't die, so I guess Tetsuo overruled me. Namagaki, get down! Ugh, damn it! Boss, here, his curse stone.
Good work, give it to me.
Okay, no one's dead. That's good so far. So far, so good. Damn it, why? What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up? I haven't even touched you. You can't consider the assault of a police officer.
Let him go. All we need is a stone.
How could this happen? My right of resurrection.
Give it up. The right was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning whoever you lost the right way. Now get out of here.
Damn it. Take that, Namagaki. I don't like... You guys know, one of my least favorite anime stereotypes of characters is the cocky glasses rival. I don't like... For some reason, I don't like the cocky glasses rivals. So, to see him get his comeuppance is like, yeah, take that, man. Phew, that was a close one, huh, boss? We'd probably be dead if he activated his curse.
Yeah, I'm not sure what, but something stopped his curse from...
Boss, are you okay? Does having another curse stone hurt?
Yeah, the curse from this one's flowing into me too.
Oh no. See, the thing is, Shogo was kind of dumb because... Sure, the first guy that he got was in the dark, so maybe he couldn't find the stone or the body. But when he killed Yako, he should have at least taken her stone before running away, right? And then same with Namagaki. He didn't take his stone when he got him, right?
I saw what activates the curse of the foot-washing mansion, and resentful memories bound to it. I see. I always thought this one was one of the stranger of the Seven Mysteries. Now I know why. This sure is something.
What did you see?
Let's save that for later. All you need to know for now is it's a particularly powerful curse. We're lucky we took it from him quickly.
Ew. So we already read that part. Kills by crushing one who hears the command, wash. She was an accomplished onmyoji. Alas, she did not use her talents for the good of the world or the people, but for her own selfish pursuit of beauty. After a fierce battle, the woman dragged herself through the streets. It was like something had gnawed away at her body. Will I die? I've already obtained what I needed, as long as I have this. Suddenly, a terrible realization dawned on her. Her legs wouldn't move. She fell to the ground. What was happening? Surprised, she looked down. Her foot, once so beautiful and delicate, had grown ulcerated and rotten. He got her. She was on the verge of death and covered in filth to boot. Crawling to a nearby house, her breath caught in her throat. The curious residents opened up but recoiled from what they saw. My foot is so filthy. Someone, please, quickly. The woman expired while mumbling something unintelligible, and so ended the life of a woman consumed by evil. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now?
We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries while it's still dark out.
You mean we have to do that all over again?
I hope they aren't as aggressive as him, but... people do crazy things to bring back someone they love. It seems the hatred the curse stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill.
Really? Then what about you, boss?
I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they loved me in the paranormal affairs.
So you are spiritually gifted after all. Alright, let's head to the next place. Oh, that's the end for now? Oh, never mind, okay. Hey Ash, welcome, and thanks for the, or I already said welcome to you. Thanks for the hood redeem and the Kirby redeem. Okay. I don't know if this affects anything, but I'm gonna turn the quote-unquote voice volume back. Just because I want to see what that does otherwise. I guess, actually, I haven't been paying attention. I don't think it makes like a... It doesn't make like an Ace Attorney sound when they talk, does it? Midoricho Park. Okay, we're getting to the point where they run into Shogo. Midoricho Park. Oh, they found Junoichi. Excuse me, sorry to bother you. We have some questions for you. What? Are you with the police? I haven't done anything. Okay, so it's not like they don't make like Ace Attorney beeps when the text appears. Don't worry, this isn't an interrogation or anything. We just want to talk. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian. Oh, that's not Junuichi. It's just a guy with... I was like, his face looks different. He has similar hair, though. Junoichi looked a little bit more manic. We know who you are, so this won't take long. But since we saw you here, we'd like to ask you a couple questions. Wait, that's the guy who had, like, the presentation, or, like, the TED Talk on the rite of passage. Hideki Araishi, local history researcher. Hideki is a historian who works part-time as a curator at the local folk museum and as a teacher at Komagata High School. His recent publication on the rite of resurrection has caused a stir in occult circles. Hideki is a quintessential obsessive researcher. Despite being entirely unsuited for teaching, he had no choice but to take up a position at Komagata High School in order to make ends meet. While having a captive audience in his class goes some way to satisfying his need for respect and recognition, his conceited nature makes him unpopular among the students. Lately, he is concerned that articles he contributed for purely monetary reasons have earned him a reputation as a researcher of the occult, but the surge of interest in the topic and the resulting volume of article requests he is receiving are undeniably tempting. Hideki is a regular at Kiro Cafe on Hokusai Street, where he can be found outside his work hours writing essays and manuscripts. His published books include A Study of the Unknown and An Introduction to Bando History. Hey Supreme, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. See, that's the thing too, is like, when you go to post-secondary school, your university professors are experts in their field, right? And if they're at like a university, as opposed to like a college, that means they're also conducting research, and teaching is just like part of their contract they have to do. They're not trained teachers, which means that a lot of them don't really know how to teach. So they will, a lot of they're experts, but they may not know how to teach. A lot of times they will just spout information, and then sometimes the test questions they might give you might not match up with what they're lecturing about because they don't know how to correlate those properly and make like actual good like teaching standards. And I encountered that a lot when I was in university. There were definitely some classes where I was like, oh, like this course seems really unfair because it's like, oh, they're testing us on things that I don't remember them ever talking about and not in the books. And because they were just like, a lot of times they just might even be talking about what they're researching and not necessarily like the information they should be teaching you. What I'm trying to say is, at least in most places, at least from my experience, is when you're growing up in grade school, your teachers, you may or may not think they're good, but at least they've been at some point in time attempted to have been taught how to teach. A university professor's not that. So I quickly learned that I should be going to ratemyprofessor.com and find out which teachers have the best ratings and just take those people's classes instead of just picking classes that fit my schedule. So I was like, well, I don't want to take the 8 a.m. class, but this 8 a.m. class has the teacher with a good rating compared to the 1 p.m. class where the teacher has a really bad rating. So, yeah, it just kind of sucks. Hey, Burr, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, and sometimes you can see, like, that they might even treat teaching like a burden. I mean, not all of them. Some of them, you can definitely tell that they enjoy it. But yeah. And also, in a university, you're paying for it, right? So if you fail, it's on you. They don't really care. They just got your money, right? At least in grade school, your teachers are, well, they should be, invested in trying to make you succeed. At least that's how I feel it should be. Which may or may not be the case everywhere. I was like, in my head, I'm like, should I rant more about some of my professors? But maybe I'll save that for next time. Yutaro Namagaki, university student. Curse Echo, the foot-washing mansion, abandoned. The young man encountered at Ryogoku Bridge. He doesn't hide the fact he was a curse bearer. His curse stone was later recovered by Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Yutaro is an elite student at a prestigious university. He lives off the generous allowance he receives from his parents, who are both prominent local figures. Although Yutaro has lived a charmed material life, emotional neglect at home has caused him to develop a spoiled, egotistical streak. The only kindness he knew growing up was from his family's maid, and he still fondly thinks of the plain rice with butter they used to enjoy together. Is he trying to bring back his maid? Is she dead?
Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man. Questioning people like this can put unnecessary stress on them depending on their position. This guy's pretty sharp. I'll have to play it safe and only push him when I see an opening.
Boss, let's ask Hideki some questions. I'm glad there isn't a lot of, like, outside of all the exposition we get at the beginning of the chapters, there isn't, like, a ton of, like, flavor text. It's like, get to the point, do the things that are relevant to the story.
Hideki Araishi, he says he's a local historian. But supposedly he knows more about the rite of resurrection than anybody. The fact he's here at this time of night, it's plenty possible he's a curse bearer.
He might also be the curse bearer that, Richter saw. Because he only saw him from behind, and I thought it was Jonoichi because of the hair. But if Richter didn't recognize him as Jonoichi, then it must have been Hideki.
From appearances, it's hard to imagine this small, bookish, well-spoken man being very dangerous. But in this day and age, you never know. I should be careful. What were you doing?
Now, Mr. Raishi, what were you doing here at this time of night? Doing research, of course. Day or night, information never sleeps.
That's an admirable philosophy. You know, your research has been quite the talk around town. What was it they were saying? You discovered something about some book?
Oh, I think it was the Record of Fates, not the Book of Fates. Wait, let me double check this. I want to be extra sure. I'm pretty sure it was the first one. The Record of Fates.
Alright, you found some kind of ritual in the Record of Fates.
Well, don't tell me you want to know how to carry out the Rite of Resurrection too. To be perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about the local history. You come crawling out of the woodwork when something interesting comes up.
Looks like I hit a nerve.
If you think you can force me to tell you because you're policemen, you're sorely mistaken.
What were you doing?
Was the research you were doing just now also related to the Rite of Resurrection? Well, yes, that's right. What exactly were you looking for? I have no reason to tell you that. You wouldn't understand anyway. Was the research you're doing just now? Okay, same thing. Are you doing all this research so you could use the Rite of Resurrection yourself? Huh, you're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I meet, pitiful. Huh? So you don't believe in the rite? Well, whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to the occult freaks. Or so I thought. Huh? Things change. It's become necessary for me to pursue the rite. So now, I pray that it is real.
What changed?
I'm sure you can imagine. The funds for my research. I received a large amount of funding for seeking the rite of resurrection. And if I find it, I'll receive a sum so great I'll never have to worry about money again.
Oh, then that means someone is sponsoring your research, is that right?
So what if they are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure funding for our research. That's also another thing. It's really hard to get money for research. And it sucks because you usually have to like reapply for it every year. So if your research isn't making headway, it can be very stressful because it means your livelihood's on the line. And it does not pay well. Even if you're researching like cancer and stuff, which I have done, you would think it sounds glamorous, right? It does not pay that well. I have no interest in teaching those children. Listen to me, I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try and get popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do their research. With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to big money. What? But I bought your book. The pursuit of the unknown begins first and foremost with belief. I was so inspired by that bit. I do appreciate your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the occult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed by thorough research and deep consideration. No way, I can't believe it.
You're surprisingly innocent.
Then what kind of research do you want to be doing? I'm sure it wouldn't interest you, but to put it simply, the focus of my research is how historical accounts transform into folklore over the years as if they are passed down from generation to generation.
What does that mean?
Due to human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating it. This is not necessarily done with ill intentions. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps in a story that lacks detail, or when something's left out or abridged because of the story's length. Or you cannot fit it into your Twitter post and you have to put it in a subsequent thread underneath that people don't read. Or when a story twists and shifts as it's spread through oral tradition. Even when two stories are told about the same event, differences in culture or environment affect how it's told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other.
I see.
Take the Seven Mysteries of Honjo, for example. Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting? You'd think stories wouldn't last a decade, let alone hundreds of years, so why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest.
I admit I am curious.
Or that was Aereo. I admit I am curious.
So that's what you've been researching all this time. It makes sense.
As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether the right exists or not. If people in the Edo period believed what was written in the Record of Fates was real, that's all I'm interested in. But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risks.
This Record of Fates, where'd you get your hands on it?
The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was told. I'm unable to be more precise due to an agreement with my informant.
Well, in that case, I think I might have to guess as to what it is you were looking for.
It's probably looking for the cursed stone. Not the cursed... Wait, should I just say the Seven Mysteries? I feel like this is a better answer because it's more broad, so there's a better chance he has something to say about it. Oh, I'm surprised you know that. There is indeed a theory that the Seven Mysteries of Honjo began because of the rites of resurrection. Well, my theory. Unraveling the Seven Mysteries may reveal the secret of the rite. I think quite a few people are looking into the mysteries for that reason. Midoricho Park is connected to the story of the Taiko of Tsugaru, right? That's right, but that isn't the issue at hand.
Well, in that case, I think I might have a guess as to what it is you're looking for. Curse stones.
What? Damn it, if you know about that, then...
Calm down, no need to get so defensive.
What's the play here? I don't think I should show it to him yet, because then he'll want it. And then he might try to kill me.
We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice friendly chat?
Huh, you may say that, but I don't trust you. Perhaps you've already learned about curses. Perhaps you want to take my power away from me.
No, that's not true.
I almost revealed my hand. I'll say nothing else. I'm sorry, I'll be taking my leave here. Hey, stop! Ugh, he's so fast. Sorry, boss, he got away. I think he might have been the guy who tried to trap Shogo in the darkness as well. Oh, it said incomplete, not suspend. So I shouldn't have done that. I should have shown him my stone.
In that case, I think I might have a guess as to what you're looking for.
Okay, show my stone.
We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice friendly chat?
I showed you my curse stone. Please just respond. A curse stone? You are a curse bearer. A leaf. It is the evergreen beech then.
Yep. Will you show me yours?
This is mine, the ever-burning lantern.
Interesting.
So then I don't think he could do anything to me because we're not standing in complete darkness. Well, revealing my details worked against the last guy, Namagaki, so maybe I should do the same thing here.
I'll tell you this for free. The evergreen beech comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors. But the accusations against him were unfounded, and he died cursing those who deceived him.
Ah, so that is the resentful memory held within the evergreen beech. The memories of the Seven Mysteries are truly fascinating. If only I could collect them all.
Do whatever you want, but you should know something. The stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead me.
What? But...
So don't try and lie to me. I'll know.
You would curse a civilian or citizen, and you call yourself an officer of the law?
That all depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to.
What is it you want?
The curse stones are dangerous. I'd like to confiscate yours.
Excuse me, but am I right?
First, let me ask you one thing. You haven't used that curse, have you?
No, of course I haven't, I swear.
I see. Good. Why don't you hand over that stone?
Wait, so I'm starting to think, like, the used curse appeared there, right? Which means that he was lying. But then with Namagaki, everything was a lie. Or is it like, it just keeps presenting that option to me, and I need to be, and me as a player, I need to figure out when to use it. I'm pretty sure it just shows up whenever they're lying. So he has used it. Although he didn't say that whether he killed someone, though. Well, I guess if you use it, then you're killing someone. Otherwise it would have been, he attempted to use it. Which would be different.
Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead.
Ugh. Damn you, I won't give it to you. If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime?
The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offenses Act. Or if you hand it over, then all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you were arrested.
Fine. You can have the stone here. That was easy. Kills by disembowelment when one who finds themselves trapped in the darkness of the curse echo. When Honjo was filled with samurai residences, the spies of the shogunate lived among the townspeople to keep an eye on things. The soba cart on South Waragesui Street, or South Waragesui Street, served as one of their outposts. They would communicate to each other in code by turning the lantern on or off. Tonight at 4 a.m. meant the sun will be having the last soba of their life, and their belly will be sliced open the next night. An unfortunate incident occurred in which a man attacked a woman in a bout of fury. He regretted it deeply, even declining to invoke the right to defend his honor. But as the deed was done, he regretted deeply, even declined to invoke the right to defend his honor, but the deed was done. Still, he could not accept it. His rage at having been used by his daimyo boiled over, turning into a grudge he would never forget. Nearby, he saw a lantern quietly glowing in the night, and when the sixth bell rang, the man cut open his stomach. Since then, the lantern could be seen alight before the soba cart had opened, and flicker out suddenly even when there was no wind blowing. As this unsettling phenomenon continued, the rumors surrounding it grew, and soon all were convinced that it was the man who cut open his stomach, visiting from the beyond. So that is, this headless guy is the curse that Shogo saw in the darkness, or right before the darkness. So it was him.
Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out.
Oh,
Alright, would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten after we solve the case. What do you say?
Ugh. In that case, will you tell me all about the resentful memories of the Seven Mysteries? I believe they are the key to the secret hidden in the Record of Fates.
Sure, why not? I'll tell all about them as I collect the curse stones.
Thanks to you, we learned a lot from him.
I wonder, the mysteries in Right are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bears and the source of the curse here hidden. I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat these curses.
Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive next time. Really make him spit it out. And by we, I mean you.
I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We could always send someone for him if need be.
Right, got it. I'm surprised to hear there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries, though.
Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bears we have to find. We've confiscated 2, so there's 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town.
We have to find them fast, or they may start using the curses.
No, I think we're already too late.
Huh?
I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Namagaki's curse stone.
Really? Then he already killed someone with it.
It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer. Shit. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we continue our search.
Right, on to the next place. We just have to cross them off on the list one by one. Oh, but, boss.
Hmm?
Good to know we can use the Minor Offenses Act to arrest people with curse stones. But why didn't we do that with Namagaki?
If we could do that, there'd be no need for Paranormal Affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest?
Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Oh, we can still keep going, too. Oh, no, never mind. We cannot. It didn't give me the suspend button this time. It just ended. But it gave me... I have the next thing here, though, so that means... That was good. Look, with like this one, I can see it, and there's a crack on it. And it told me that I should hit the suspend button, but this time it just kind of brought me to here, and then there's nothing. I mean, I know this means I probably need to switch over, but... Actually, judging by the time, it's actually pretty good. It took us about an hour and a half to get through this for Haraway, and this was about an hour and a half as well, despite the fact it looks longer. Okay. Yeah, well, stay tuned. I mean, especially because, like, if the end of the story is around this hour block, then their story is getting concluded soon anyways.